Welcome to A Word in Season. Today I want to talk about resting in Jesus. Psalm 91 begins, "Those who live in the shelter of the Most High will find rest in the shadow of the Almighty." We might say, those who live in Christ find rest in Him. I've been challenged about rest lately. My personality is somewhat driven, and the danger is instead of doing things for the Lord and with the Lord, I do things without the Lord, on my own steam, so to speak. The Lord has given us gifts and abilities to use, and we should indeed use them to the best of our abilities as we serve others. The rest that Jesus calls us to is to rest in Him. Rest in Him, rely on Him, trust and hope in Him, rather than to rely on oneself. It's living and resting in Jesus in all that we do. So we read in Matthew 11:28 that Jesus calls us, each one, "Come to me, all of you who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest." Resting in Jesus is not inactivity. Rather, it is positively doing the will of Jesus. The old hymn, "Peace, Perfect Peace," has the line, "To do the will of Jesus, this is rest." Rest is not just passively doing nothing. It is like peace. The Christian view of peace is not just the absence of war, but a right and wholesome relationship with God and with others. So it is with rest. This rest also has an eternal perspective. We who are believers rest with God in His presence forever. A little rest acrostic came to my mind. It goes like this: R, rely on the Lord and take refuge in Him. E, enter His rest and embrace His will. S, satisfaction and spiritual sustenance comes from the Lord. T, trust in the Lord and take your trials and temptations to Him. Rest. I also made up a little poem around this theme of resting in Jesus, and this is how it goes. My life's a rush, it's full of fuss, and in the clutter, I've dropped the butter. Grandma's sick, get a bucket, quick. Jake's got COVID, can't we be rid of this disease? Mary, don't tease your sister. Bob's got a blister. Netflix is streaming, someone is screaming. Maybe it's me. Let me see what's cooking. I'm looking at the dinner. It's a winner. Chicken. Let it thicken. Bob's got a Band-Aid. It's laid on his nose. But I suppose it would be better on his finger. Mary, don't be a whinger. The chicken needs turning. Something is burning. Is it charcoal stew again? Nothing new. I think I'm drowning, or the whole world is frowning. It's also trying. Baby is crying. Mother is sighing. Bob is applying his Band-Aid to the cat. Where are we at? It's never ending. The stove needs mending. Things need attending. It's all sending me mad. Mary, I'm glad we're insured. Now if you're bored, take your ball outside, play on the slide. No more bouncing and breaking in here. For I fear my burdens are baying, my tax debt is weighing, bills need paying, and I'm praying the roof doesn't leak this week as we seek alone to keep afloat our rudderless boat and our heads above water. Now, where is my daughter? For I'm confessing the kids are messing, work is pressing, and I am stressing. My mobile's ringing, Mary is singing loud in my ear. Mary, my dear, I'm sure they can hear you in Peru. I think I'm through. It's tough. I've had enough of the business and the dizziness of life, all this strife. Stop the world. I want to get off. I'm stuck in this trough. I'm stressed. I'm depressed. Is there no rest? Yes, there is. In Jesus, there is rest for the weary, hope for the teary, the burdened, the broken, the black-eyed and bleary. In Jesus, there is rest for the crying, hope for the dying, the suffering, the struggling, and the sinful and sighing. In Jesus, there is rest for the rushed, hope for the crushed, the desperate, the despairing, and those filled with distrust. In Jesus, there is rest. Rest in Him. Rest in His rest. This week, may you enter His rest, embrace His rest, experience His rest, know His rest, and know and rely on Jesus. May the rest of Jesus sweep over your soul and make you whole as you truly rest in Him, whatever the world throws at you. Blessings, rest, and peace to you. Amen.